Preeti, once again, images of, of opposition unity are going to fly thick and fast over the next many weeks till the election. Attempts are going to be made to show that things are galvanizing and coalescing well, among the many, leaders and parties that usually work at cross purposes in state elections. What are you taking from this? Because this is once again MK Stalin, who in the past as well has, attempted to be that kind of opposition magnet.
Shiv, the same stage where maybe Stalin needs to, or the DMK is looking at a show of strength where opposition unity is concerned, that same stage will today also be a show of the fault lines that exist in the opposition, primarily for the opposition parties which are missing. But having said that, in terms of if you break it down, leaders per se, Arvind Kejriwal was to actually attend, the birthday celebrations of MK Stalin. He was there just about a month and a half ago. There is bonhomie between the two leaders. The reason which he hasn't gone, has been playing across television screens over the last couple of months. But what's interesting, and I would reckon, is, Rahul Srivastava could also weigh in on it. Somebody like an Akhilesh, who did come to the BRS meeting called by, KCR, and he was there very much, but he didn't attend even the Bharat Jodo Yatra when it came down to the Congress. So he's, held the Congress at an arm's length, but he's there today. So he'll practically be sharing stage with Mallikarjun Kharge. So interesting in that aspect. On the other hand, certain leaders have gone out, like KCR, gone out, tweeted in favor, wishing Stalin a happy birthday. Arvind Kejriwal has also done so. On the other hand, somebody like a Mamata Banerjee, who's conspicuous by her absence there, hasn't even bothered to wish him. So the fault lines all the way obvious.
Interesting. Rahul, pulling you in on this, like I said, a familiar kind of platform, for a signal moment of unity. Stalin has been someone who has, reached out. He met KCR a few months ago. Much was made out of that meeting as well. What are you reading into who is attending and who is not?
Sure, whenever there is a political gathering of this kind, you always think positive. There is a coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together means success. Now, the problem here is that the interpretation, if you look at it, is almost like that old Indian parable of blind man and elephant. Each blind man, based on his own limited experience and knowledge, is eventually trying to define the absolute truth. Now, when it comes to KCR, he thinks this is the shape and contour of an opposition in which he does not want a Congress party. There is a Congress party which at its convention in Raipur says that we should go back to the UPA times when everybody was standing behind the Congress party, forgetting that the Congress party at that time in 2004 had 145 seats. It's a 52-seat party today in the Lok Sabha. Now, in that scenario, what happens eventually? That a Mamata Banerjee does not want to be seen with the Congress and the left. The Arvind Kejriwal does not want to be seen at a UPA bash, lest he may be considered as part of the UPA parivar.
Yeah.
The KCR, for example, wishes him a happy birthday. That's all very nice. But eventually what they are trying to signal, Shiv, is that we get together like brothers when it comes to events like this, but we eventually end up working together like strangers. That's not going to work, Shiv, because eventually what's the shape and contour of this opposition is that today if Mr. Stalin has Akhilesh Yadav and he utters one word against Hindi, Akhilesh will find it difficult to operate in Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of opposition unity are we talking about? So there is problem vis-a-vis leadership. There is problem vis-a-vis issues. Eventually, the crisis is they all have to shed certain amount of personal ambitions. Do not be eagles in the air. You have to be like crows and doves in the air.